Alright, brother, I got the amplifier working for you. And like I said, we had to put you a new transistor in there. An old stock 492 Motorola is what I put in there. And this bad boy right here is blown. I had it blacked out, but it is a CTC CD2545. I couldn't even find a data sheet on it. So put the 492 Motorola in here, and I had to retune. But anyway, what you're looking at here, man, is this amp is so old. It's been in an environment where moisture has gotten to it. And even though I got the box working, it was kind of fading. The watts was kind of fading in and out. Something was wrong. I could tell there was a short somewhere, and I finally figured out it's because one of the traces were just about oxidized. So what I had to do was clean the whole board with acetone and come here and basically re-tin the whole board. As you see right here, I had to go through this whole board. Probably took close to 2 hours, I know. I mean, you wouldn't think it'd take that long with something like this, but the tin that was on here this is so bad a shape, and some of the spots on here, I had to just sit there and work with it and leave the heat on it. And you know, you want to basically get the iron just at the perfect heat to where it's not going to bubble up the trace, but enough heat to where it's going to help pretty much the solder to connect to it. And luckily, I only had to repair one of the traces, which is right here on this side. See, I knew this was I knew this was very sentimental to you, or I would have never went through all this trouble with this small amplifier. But I know it means a whole lot to you. And another issue, man, was this is could have had something to do with the amplifier being the transistor being fried. But basically, whoever put this in on here didn't do the best of job at doing it, and it was shorted from the pin to the ground. I honestly, in all good effort, tried to fix it, but I finally just had to do away with it, and I put you a new cable on here, and went ahead and put a barrel connector on there for you too. I'm just going to leave that on there, but that's so you can connect it. So I can connect the, up here on my bench to get it to accept a PL259. You can take that barrel off. I'm just going to send it with it just in case you may need it. That's a gold-plated Teflon barrel. But and I went ahead and took the power wires off. You send it like this right here. So I'm just going to take that off. I got some new power wire right here, some longer cable for you. And I'm just kind of going with my heart with this, man. I think I'm going to go clean this off right here, man, and repaint this for you. I know this has some strong sentimental value to you. This was your dad's, and he's no longer with us. God rest his soul. So I know this thing means a lot to you. I'm also going to clean the amplifier up a bit for you too. Went ahead and replaced the LED for the transmit LED, and went ahead and rewired that too, because the LED, I mean, these LEDs are very old, man, and this LED was not working anymore. So I put a new LED holder in there for you for that. And so I'm going to go ahead and get these power wires installed. Well, first I'm going to clean this thing up. I'm going to get the acetone out and clean this box up, so when I come back it'll look like a different amplifier, because look at all of that flux right there. Goodness gracious. But I'll be back. It'll be clean. This will probably take another hour, so I'll be back. Alright, brother, got it all done for you. Got it all cleaned out for you. Got the new power wires installed for you. Got the transmit LED put in there for you. Got you a blue light for that. I spent about the amount of time that you would expect on a bigger amplifier, but I knew this fell into a different category because of the sentimental value it meant to you. And it's just such a coincidence that I had another amplifier here that was a tuned circuit amp just like this one that had sentimental value to a fellow as well. It's funny how things work out. But this thing's working well, man. You can see in the front it's called a PAL 50. And I'm sure that means, it means two things. It either means 50 watts output, and that could be possibly with a 4-watt drive. Okay. About the only way I could really test that out is to, well, actually my radio does 4 watts RMS. That's what I'm on right now. So with a 4-watt RMS drive, it should do around close to 50 RMS, right? Or that could mean 50 peak. I don't know. I don't know. This is the first amplifier I've ever seen like this. So it definitely goes down in the old history book database of amplifiers in my head that I have seen. Alright, man, so we're on the bench radio, which is doing 4 watts RMS, about 18, 20 peak. We're on the 250 watt slug. Okay. And I'm showing you peak first. We're reading the top scale where you see 50, that's 50 watts, 10's 100. Oh, yeah. So she's doing right there about 100 and 10 watts or so, 110. Oh, yeah. Yep, about 110, 115 watts. Here's your input reflect. Tuned circuit amplifier. I had to spend a little bit of time playing with it till I got it tuned as perfect as I could get it. Oh, yeah. And that right there is very, 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 very good for this amplifier. Trust me. You've got to make sure that that L match is, I mean, you've got to play around with the coil, play around with the trimmer, coil, trimmer, etc., etc. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the RMS. Oh, look at that. 50 watts RMS. 50 bird. Right on the mark. Here's what it's dead keying. So it's dead keying about 20, a little bit over 25 watts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing's rocking, man. Pretty cool. 50 bird, no doubt about it. These amps back in the day were really designed for 4-watt radios, but that's about all radios did back then anyway. You would see written on the back of older amps like this, no more than 4 watts drive, 5 watts drive, etc. And there are a lot of reasons why they said that is so you wouldn't hook up a little modulator or another amp just like this in front of it. So it turned out good, man. Turned out good. Like I said, this pill was blown. I have no idea the Z in and Z out of this transistor. So I had to kind of just go with what I thought, and I've had one of I've had this particular 492 for a little while. I'm like, might as well go ahead and use it. So then it was on to the races of trying to get it tuned, which I eventually did. So. Just to make a nice little driver, man, or something good just to put up and keep for, maybe, I think you said maybe to pass on to your kid one day. your top is out there drying right now. Put a coat of primer on there. First I took it in the house and washed it off, got all that old paint off, put the SOS pad to it. Putting the primer on it right now, and then I'm going to put a fresh coat of Rust-Oleum red on there to get it back to what like it was original. I could tell, you know, it was originally painted red. And so yeah, man, I'll come back one more time just to show you the amp with the top on it, and we'll get this thing packaged up for you and get it back to you. I'm glad I was able to work on something that meant so much to you, bud. God rest your dad's soul. Hey, without him, I'm sure you probably wouldn't be in the hobby. So, definitely got to thank God for our dads and our fathers, no doubt about it. Old gatekeeper. We'll be back. Alright, Mr. Ramirez, all done, bud. Take a look at that right there, man. Got a fresh paint job on there for you. Got it bolted on for you. Looks good, man. Got your new long power wire here. Got your long SO239 with the barrel connector on there for you. I hope your father is looking down on this, bud, and very happy. I hope you're able to pass this on to your son one day. I'm just sitting here reading your note here. Glad to be able to get it done for you, bud. I know you had to wait a little bit on me to get to this, man, and I just want to thank you for hanging in there for me. I was actually on my way to take this back there so I can get it packaged up for you and get it out to you tomorrow. So I had to let this dry today. It started raining just a little bit ago and it was already dry. I brought it in and dried it off, and boy, that paint, I love the way that Rust-Oleum looks. That thing looks wet, don't it? I like the way that paint looks. So I put you 3 coats of primer on there and two coats of Rust-Oleum red, man. The only other thing I kind of wanted to do is I kind of wanted to take the amp, the bottom and everything, and put a SOS pad to it, but these tuned amplifiers are so touchy, man. They're so sensitive. I didn't even want to risk causing any more trouble, you know, getting water in it and having to retune it and all that good stuff. So, alright, man, we got this thing ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take it back there and get her packaged up for you. Old gatekeeper said it. Anybody got anything like this you want done, give me a shout and I'll help you out. I'm taking that little saying on from my buddy Stickman that's no longer with us. I always like the way he said that. Give me a shout and we'll help you out. Old gatekeeper said it. You don't normally see me in here. I'm usually out there, but I'm on my way. What are you doing in here? I must have left that dang door open. That girl, she's always trying. She don't stay in the house. She stays outside. Alrighty. Ooh, wait, what have we got here? Quiet when I move. Storage of cases for work coming up. This is my bedroom, y'all. My bedroom. Yes, I ran out of space in the garage, and I'm needing a shop bed. This is my bedroom, y'all. Shipping materials. Storage. Ooh, what you know about that Tech 9 technology? And no, those are not for sale. And no, I will never let them go. I'm still needing to get me a 16 pill from them. Got the 3, got the 8. One of these days I'm going to have a DD 100 all the way to a DD 60,000. Alright, y'all, let me get on out of here. I'm gone. Bye. Gatekeeper said that.